Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. So y'all, it's been a while since I tapped into the collective energy, and I missed y'all. I missed tapping in. I hope everybody's doing fine. I hope everybody's healing. I hope everybody is loving on themselves, working on themselves, integrating every part of themselves. Your light, your dark, it all belongs to us. So I hope that we are owning it and loving on it, on us. Okay, I'm fine. I hope y'all fine. So briefly, I want to shuffle and just tap into whatever it is that the collective need. I hope I get this message out clear. So I'm asking that our ancestors, our spirit guides, the Most High, Father God, Mother Divine, I hope that this message reach whoever it's supposed to reach, whoever is intended on reaching. I hope their ancestors hear it clearly for them so they may receive it. I cannot ignore my candle over here, my purple candle that's burning, so that we can be cleared of anybody trying to give us negative messages. I ain't gonna say negative messages that's not meant for us. The messages I intend on giving out are messages to heal, to help with your healing. No illusions, nothing to feed a delusion. The truth, nothing but the truth, so help us God. And this candle right now, I feel like it's showing me a symbol of a lot of mental blockages being released now. A lot of y'all could have been under spiritual attack. And one thing I'm big on is ownership and accountability. We take our own destiny into account. We take our own destiny into our own hands, and we hold ourselves accountable. Now, you heard how that just got all mixed up and rainbowed up? I heard the message come clear, really clear, because I asked for, I demanded that I get nothing but clear messages on what I need to say to y'all. So a lot of y'all might have been feeling a little mixed up in a daze. And earlier also I felt that energy too. And I kind of just was like, what is it? What is that about? Because I know I did some things this morning to make sure that I was clear. But maybe because I was going to do this message sooner than what I thought, that I was being tapped all the way into the energy of the collective to see what's going on, so that I can resonate with y'all. And just as I gave y'all that message, the flame began to go down. Oh, and the little ember from the fire just, it was really, oh man. Y'all talk about magic, mystical crap. Oh, anyhow, y'all, I don't do cards that fall on the floor, but yeah, okay. We talked enough. Already 3 minutes in. And y'all know I ramble. So if you don't like the rambling, you can skip ahead. I'm sorry. Not really, but you know what I mean. First card. Two of Pentacles. Balancing things. I feel like a lot of y'all feel like y'all going through some turbulent times. So y'all been trying to balance things. Nine of Pentacles. Balancing money, finances. Eight of Swords in reverse. Love to see it. Coming from the feeling of being mentally trapped. Because nobody is really ever trapped. It's always a way that you look and perceive things. Nine of Swords. Mental action. Three of Pentacles in reverse. So, collective. Okay, before we move forward with anything else, all right. Two of Pentacles. So, trying to balance a heavy mind. That's what I feel like. A lot of y'all have heavy minds. A lot of mental activity. Yeah, a lot of mental activity. Not just a lot of mental activity, just everyday life, like just everyday living, like your finances, and you on your own doing everything. But I do want to give you I want to give you your flowers right now, because while you're going through all of this, you look so good doing it. And I know it's not about how you look, right? But I'm telling you, when you look good, you feel good. I'm a Leo, so even when we feel like we don't look good, our down time is everybody, you look so nice, and in my mind I'm like, but you don't know the hell I'm going through. But whatever, my whole reason for saying that is you look good while you're going through all of this. Because I feel like you got a lot going on. In the daytime, you show up and you put your best effort forward. You do the best that you can. And by night, sometimes, like, okay, by night, you done took all the beautiful stuff off and you in the bed. This person in a Nine of Swords, she in distress, ain't she? And look at how she looked during the daytime. Single, independent, confident, wise. She got all her stuff together. But at nighttime, when she unraveled, I feel like that's the Nine of Swords is the Nine of Pentacles at night. When she unraveled, honey, don't nobody know what she go through behind closed doors. Nobody knows about the sorrow and the heartbreak and the anguish and the pain and the stress that this person goes through at night. And right now you're just trying to balance it all out. You're trying to stay out your head. You're trying to stay positive. You're trying to stay above waters. You're trying not to drown in your own emotions. You're trying to balance and weather this storm. But during this storm, I do want you to know that you are being protected. You have angels and you have spirit guides. You have yourself, your higher self. That even though I hope that a lot of you already tapped in with your higher self, right? But your higher self is right there guiding you through this whole journey. And I wish I had my lips stuff because my lips are so dry. Let me put some of this oil on it. But your higher self, God, your whole team is with you, guiding you through this whole ordeal. You're not alone. And I pray that you don't feel like you're alone. Because at the bottom of the deck, we had Three of Pentacles in reverse. Like, you just don't feel like there's nobody in your corner. And not that people don't want to be in your corner. I feel like right now is a time for you to solely depend on yourself and God. Your spirit team. Because one thing I will never do is down anybody from whatever part of their journey they're in, right? Like, we all have different people around us who doing different things, right? All right, some people might not be into the deepness of how you're healing and how you go dive really, really deep with yourself. Because this is my collective. These are the people that my soul call in. The ones who get this message, the ones who are here to receive this message. You're like me. You dive deep. Like, you want to know everything. And one thing I had to learn is that I don't need to know everything. But you're not afraid to sit with your own shadows and look deep into yourself. You're not afraid to question what everybody is okay with going along with. Like, you don't follow the crowd. You go the opposite way. At 99, go that way. You that one that walk that way. To find out, oh, what's over there? Because since everybody is interested in getting over there, everybody wants the same thing over there. It don't pique your interest. Your interest is on a whole nother lane. And not making you better than anybody. It's just that you're real curious. You're curious about life. You're curious about yourself. And you don't mind sitting with that darkness, right? So you go deep. And because you're not afraid to look at that deepness, your darkness, it's not too many people who can stand next to you. It's not too many people who can actually walk with you during certain parts of your journey. That doesn't mean that you don't love them. That doesn't mean that you love them any less. It doesn't mean that you look down on them. It's just that sometimes we can't have people around who's not on the same vibration as us. Certain times in our journey, certain parts of our journeys, we have to walk alone. And we are okay. This collective right here, our family, we're okay with walking alone. Sometimes we like to walk alone too much. I know I do. And sometimes I have to remind myself that this is not a one-man show. that we need each other. We all need each other because everybody is a reflection of each other. And in this whole entire universe, we're all some part of each other. We're all connected. And sometimes I have to remind myself that I'm not alone. I don't have to do this alone. But certain parts of our journey, we do. And this part of our journey, we're walking alone. We're not alone in a totality sense, but in a physical sense. It might just be us and maybe one or two other people who we can even really communicate what we're going through. Maybe one, maybe just one, maybe two for some. Some of y'all, I heard y'all have maybe 3 people, and that is kudos to you. But right now is not a time for us looking for answers outside of ourselves. That's why this part of our journey is about going inward, going deep inward, listening to what God has for us, listening to what he needs us to know, listening to what he wants us to know and where he wants us to go. And we cannot hear that clearly when we have everybody else's opinions, everybody else's guidance, and everybody else's traumas. Because sometimes we are that light for everybody else around us. Not saying that we're a light for everybody, but sometimes in our community or in our social groups or in our families, we are that guiding light for the majority of the people. And there comes times when we gotta shut that down so that we can cleanse and clear our energy and listen to whatever God need us to do, wherever he want us to go, and however he want us to move. And we have to be okay with that. And I can relate to that because recently I had to shut down external noises because I'm a deep feeler. I'm a deep empath. I feel everybody else's trauma, everybody else's pain, even if they haven't acknowledged it. I can't ignore it. It gets so loud. Like if I'm around somebody who's ignoring that they are in a tremendous emotional distress and pain, I see it. I feel it. I feel it deep in my core to the point sometimes I have to remember that's their pain, not mine. I have to let them feel it. It's not for me to feel. So in order for me and the collective who this message is for to hear what God has to say, we have to isolate sometimes. And isolation is not abandonment. It's not saying goodbye to people we love. It's us doing self-care, getting back in alignment, or just listening for the next thing, the next whatever, what it called, me and my friend call it mission. The next mission God have us on. Because if you anything like me, God be having you on some missions. It be some stuff that be going on in the spiritual realm. I'm telling you, in the spiritual realm, it get real. So you have to be able to clear out your energy and shut down everything you're feeling and all the energies and emotions and trauma that you're receiving from everybody else, and just focus on you and God, because that's how I gotta be sometimes. And those who understand, they understand, and those who don't, they don't. It's not our job to make people understand us. It's not our job to be liked. It's not. It's really not. We're going to trigger people and we're going to assist people with their healing. Whichever way they take it, it's not for us to worry about if they receive what we give them. If they even just receive our energy in a good way. That's not up to us. It's up to their soul contract. If they received our energy in a triggering way, or a way, they get, what is it called? They get triggered or they start projecting. That's nothing we can do. We did our job. If I was meant to trigger you, I was meant to trigger you. If I was meant to help assist you along your healing, I'll know. And I don't know if you'll know, but either way, I did my job. So collective, you got to be okay with walking this part of your journey alone. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be alone forever, but you have to be okay with it being just you and the Most High. I like that we got a lot of spiritual activity right here. I appreciate your ancestors and your spirit guides for coming in, for tapping in. And I pray that this message is received. I practice fire magic, and certain ways that the candles burn and they flicker and they dance. I study it. And when it start dancing, it's spiritual activity, a lot of spiritual activity. And we had it for both the purple and white candle, which was so pretty. But yeah, so let's see what else do the collective need. What else do I need to assist the collective with? The collective spirit guides collectively tap in. Give me the message that the collective need. Give me the message that the collective need. Didn't I just say hangman? Spiritual enlightenment. This is not just for you to just clear your energy. This is also so you can get guidance on the next move that the Most High needs you to do. Like, we here to serve the Most High, right? We here to serve God. We here to serve Jesus. We here to do what we are meant to do. And we got to make sure that we can hear them clearly. Our spirit guides, Six of Wands. I like that for us. I like that for us. Because I'm too a part of the collective. Strength in reverse. Knight of Swords. You know what? Both middle cards, that third card, both of them came up in reverse. At the bottom of the deck, Nine of Cups. So, I feel like also, you know what? I feel like before you took this break, before this pause, a main reason that this pause is needed is not only to it's a lot of it has been to clear your energy. You have absorbed so many other people's energies. Like, now I am not one to point no finger at nobody because I ain't perfect by far. By far, I'm telling you, I am not perfect at all. But what I will say is, before this pause came upon your life, you felt disheartened. You felt like the darkness started to take over. You compared yourself to other people. You compared your journey to other people's journey. You started projecting, unknowingly projecting. And we're all human. We are all here having a human experience. So we all do it knowingly and unknowingly. And nobody is at fault. It's a lesson learned. But that's a main reason for this pause. For you to sit down and reevaluate yourself. You felt spiritually drained. You felt spiritually weak. Physically weak as well. And just because something about August, it could have been something in August that happened, or things in August that took place, something around that time, because I'm getting in the 8th month, Leo season. Something happened in Leo season. You could have felt like Leo season was going to be your month. It was going to be the month that things turned around for you, and it didn't turn around quick enough, in your opinion. What I can say, and I will say, is that when you have such gifts and you have such of a heart like ours, we have a lot of responsibilities. Our lives cannot be ran like everybody else's lives. We are not allowed to indulge in a lot of activities that everybody else indulge in. Not because we're better than anybody, but because we feel like, one time back in July, I went to a party, okay? And my story can be something that relate to you, so I'm not sure. This was just came to me to share with y'all, right? I went to a party in July. Now, don't get me wrong, I had fun. But I also saw so many things around me. And I don't mean like physical things. Like, my emotional body is so sensitive. I picked up on the despair. I picked up on the sadness. I picked up on... And right now, I have been training myself how not to absorb so much if I have to go in a crowded place. I don't like crowds because of that reason, that I feel so much and I feel so deep. I can feel when a person is hurting and they're not talking about it. I can feel when a person is sad and has so much grief in their body. I can physically feel it in my body. I literally will get headaches when people overthink. I just feel so deeply. And I realized those kinds of settings are not the kind of settings that I can really be in anymore because I feel too deep. I don't feel like anything will be missing from my life if I don't attend those kinds of parties. I'm satisfied with finding a different way to... I like loud music. To get loud music, I like smaller settings, where there's not too many people there, where it's not so much of a crowd. I like those kinds of things. So I had to really learn, like, okay, this isn't for me anymore. I've outgrown that scene, no shade to nobody or nothing. It's just not for me, But we can't do everything that everybody else do. We're not like everybody else. People can walk around and pretend that they can't feel other people's emotions, or maybe because they haven't reached their emotions to that capacity. But I've dug deep. Like, I dig deep every day with my own self. So people can only meet you and experience the world the way that they've met their self, and as deep as they dug within their self. And I've dug really, really deep down to, I know just about every demon that I housed, and I've made them my friend. No part of me am I ashamed anymore. No part of me do I want to hide. Me and my shadow, we cool. We walk hand in hand. Sometimes I had to tell her chill when I get triggered, when somebody think they're going to disrespect me. But me and my demons, we cool. Me and my shadow, we are cool. And I can't help but to see the shadows that's ignored in people. So for us, if you're our collective, we don't hide our emotions. And we can't help but to see it on other people. We can't. So we can't just be partaking in events where everybody's hiding their true self. It don't feel good. It really don't feel good. And like I said, I'm a big empath. So it hurt to watch people hurting and nobody acknowledging anything. Hence the workplace that I left. Watched everybody hurting, patients included. Had to leave. When I tell you I had to leave, my grandmother came to me. I will never forget. One night, I was at work, sitting doing some documentation. And my grandmother came to me. And she said, you have to put your 2 weeks in. Now, mind you, I've had some other stuff planned, but I wasn't ready. Okay? I wasn't ready. But she like, no, I need you to put your 2 weeks in. I need you to put that in before the end of this day. This was 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning because I worked overnight at this place. And I said, okay, Grandma, I'm done with questioning. I just do. Even when I don't understand and I don't know, I just do. Because every time I question, I used to want to figure out why. It was too much I gotta go through to figure out why. I just listen now. When my grandmother tell me move now, when they tell me do whatever, I just listen. And I listened to her. And on my way out the door that morning, I wasn't finished my documentation, so I had to stay back. I'm just watching, and I couldn't help but to ignore the pain that I was watching. Not just from the patients, but from my coworkers, from the other departments in the building. And all I saw was misery. Not calling it like saying they're a miserable person. I literally could feel and see their misery. And I got taken back. I was like, oh my God. Like, maybe it was meant for me to have a blind eye to it at first. I couldn't unsee it. I could not unsee it. And I said, okay, so I saw one of the reasons why my grandmother got me out of there. We can't do everything that everybody else do. And it doesn't make us more, better than anybody. We just on a different journey in our life, a different part. You understand? And guess we are leveling up. We're not going to hide that neither. We're going to give us our flowers. And it took me a while to get there too. But we're going to give ourselves our flowers because we have been doing the inner work, and we deserve to treat ourselves and indulge in some way with ourselves. Something healthy, something that's a part of our alignment, Do something nice for yourself. Take some extra special time for yourself. Skip one session that you push yourself to the gym. Skip one session just to relax and do nothing. You understand? Do something for yourself that you always want to do. Because we all have been through so much these last few years. These last going on 5 years since 2020. Yes, these last 5 years, we've been all elevating. And most of us have been doing it together energetically. Even when I'm not on the camera making a video, I promise you, I ain't give up on nothing that's a part of my journey. And this tarot, sharing my energy and sharing my gifts with YouTube, my YouTube collective, and whoever else reach these messages, this is my joy. Doing this makes me happy. This feeds my inner child. I can tell y'all a quick story while I'm shuffling. So let's get to the next set. When I was a child, I remember I had this little crystal ball, and it was Alexander, I believe. I believe that was the wizard's name in a crystal ball. And I used to set this little stand up, playing like I was giving people their fortune, telling people their fortune, and I was, using the crystal ball to do divination. And I enjoyed this crystal ball so much. I love this crystal ball. Made a little stand and everything. So one day my mother sat us all down and told all of us, my sister remembered this story too, that doing that kind of work was devil work. Took me for a whirlwind because it kind of, I don't remember playing with my crystal ball as much after. But when I found tarot again, I found the tarot community. You talking about somebody's inner child lit up. My whole inner child lit up. Like, this is something that I enjoy doing. And I made a promise to myself, because I always put my joy on the back burner to take care of everything else in my life. At first to feed and pour into everybody else. And now I'm reclaiming my joy. This is my joy, sharing my energy with the collective, tapping in, doing readings. This is my joy. So today is actually the first day that I've gotten back into doing the collective reading. Now I do readings on the side for like my friend and everything, but this is the first time I was able to do a reading for the collective. And I made time. I made sure that today that I freed up time. We make time for things that we want. Shout out to Slick for teaching me that one. Ooh, Ace of Cups. I like that the Ace of Cups is sitting right there, y'all. Yes, refreshing your love for yourself, pouring into yourself. And for some of y'all going to be having love poured into y'all. Y'all going to have new love for some of y'all. Some of y'all, this is love for yourself. A newfound falling deeper in love with yourself. I know right now I have been falling deeper in love with me. But I also am getting, for some of y'all about to have some new love come into your life. Let's see. The Nine of Cups. That's because you have been fulfilling your own cups. You're fine on your own. You have been finding, and listen, these two cards, y'all see how they came out. They was upside down, I guess, and they want to be flipped over. And I have to take them both for the middle set. Ace of Pentacles and a Seven of Swords right behind it. I don't take, right now, I ain't feeling negative energy from the Seven of Swords. I feel like you taking back was rightfully yours. I feel like in every department of your life, you're taking back what's rightfully yours. The things that people thought they took from you, they couldn't take nothing from you because God gave you this. This self-love, this new love, it's sent from the heavens. God gave you that. And somebody might have thought they stole that from you, but can't no man, no woman, energy or entity take from you what God gave to you. This Ace of Pentacles, it was given to you by God. People might have been able to, throw some little hocus pocus. Because remember in the beginning, I said a lot of trickery was going on. A lot of psychic attacks and spiritual attacks was going on. So people might have thought that they was able to take something from you. Nothing that God give you, nobody can take. Okay. 4 Cups. That's 4 Cups in reverse too. That's because you're releasing control. You're releasing crying over things that you lost. At the bottom of the, didn't I say some spiritual work was going on, some attacks and stuff? 5 of Wands. All that spiritual stuff. Oh man, collective. Whoever been sending you spiritual attacks, psychic attacks, baby, they about to get all of that back, plus more. They thought they stole. Let me take a sip of some apple juice. Give me a second in my sippy cup. Oh man. They thought they took your lover away. They thought they blocked your finances. They thought that they blocked your happiness. Like, some people was wishing addictions on you. Some people was wishing that you just withered up in a hole and shriveled up and died. Ooh. You had a lot of, I just want to say, you had a lot of attacks. You had that stuff coming left, right, up, down, east, west, north, south, diagonally. You had a lot of attacks coming from everywhere. That's only because you ain't get right with yourself. You wasn't right with yourself first. That's the only thing. That's the only reason why it looked. And notice I say, one thing I don't believe in is I speak out of term. I say everything for a reason, no matter if it made sense or not. Because it always end up making sense. But they thought that they took everything from you. God was just waiting for you to get in alignment with yourself and with him. For you to follow his steps. For you to follow his word. To do what you know what he wants you to do. That's all he was waiting for. He wanted you to remember the promise that he said. Whatever promises God had between you and him when you talk to God. Because this collective, our family, we talk to God all the time. And we know what he tell us. When we stop doubting, that's when he able to move. When that doubt and we allow that fear to creep in. Hallelujah, because we got some spiritual activity over here. The white candle just was dancing. But I'm telling you, what God got for you, can't no man stop. Like whoever these people are, whatever they thought they was doing, your cup about to overflow. You talk about overflow, your cup about to overflow. And baby, I just got all sorts of like chills, like the hairs on my face. It stood up. The little bit of hair I got left on my head, it stood up. I just got like this little chilly feeling. I'm telling you, whatever they thought they did, baby, they did not. And we don't wait to watch nobody receive their karma, but baby, they gonna get it. Because trying to intervene with whatever God got, no, the only thing they did was make you stronger. Actually, now you can withstand anything. Like nothing even matters to you no more. Sleep in Peace, D'Angelo. That song by him and Lauryn Hill. Nothing even matters. Nothing even matters. to me. Say nothing, it don't matter. Did he sing that with her? Nothing, it don't matter to me. Said it don't, babe. Ten of Wands. Now you won't find me in no store. I told y'all got a lover coming in. Because baby, this that song now is all stuck at me. I gotta put that on my playlist. Do I got it on my playlist? The Fool. Eight of Pentacles in reverse. The Empress in reverse. Six of Cups and at the bottom of the deck. Okay, listen. I have to put this warning out. Because I was sitting over here trying to figure out what all these hefty cards coming. What all these hefty cards doing coming in. Listen. Somebody from your past who put you in the Empress in reverse. And I'm not even going to put it on them. I'm not going to put it on them because we are in control of ourselves, right? Now, I need my bliss decks. I get it when I get out. Need everybody all up in my business. But anyway, so this person from your past who put you in the Empress in reverse energy. I felt like your Empress energy was blocked when you was when you was dealing with this person. Everything around you was so hard. Excuse me. When you was dealing with this person. Excuse me. You could have been dealing with this person during Aries season. You could have been dealing with this person. This person could be in Aries. You could have thought that this person was like your best friend. Like you could have thought this was your right hand or however you want to call it. But whatever this was that you had with this person, it just did not work. And for the first time, these are my favorite cards, okay? Mind you, I picked this last card up, the Six of Cups, and upright. Under it is the Emperor in reverse. Okay? And then, I ain't going to keep going, but I can keep reading forever. But anyway, I never paid attention to the father figure sitting at the top of the stairs on here. That's crazy. This is the first time. To me, this looks like God looking at the girl telling her she know better, because it's like she's trying to convince this person to come on. You cannot convince a person to follow the path of God. That is not your job. None of us was put here to convince anybody to follow what our Father want us to do. Our job is to be who we are for ourselves, to be who we are at our core self, meaning integrating our light and our dark. Not ignoring the dark parts of us or being ashamed of the dark parts of us, of all the stuff we've done in our past. Every part of our past, we ought to integrate into this person that we are now. We ought to hold those hands of those of our past selves that did not know better, who made choices that we wouldn't make today. It's not to shame ourselves. It's to let ourselves know you did the best that you could do with whatever decision you had to make back then. We know better now, so we got to make better decisions. But under no way are we ashamed of anything that we've done. No matter what these people in this world try to make us feel like, or what they can remember us as, or remember us doing, nobody can make us feel bad for what we done or the kind of person we used to be. Every day we get up and we change. Every day we have the opportunity to get up and change and to be a better version for ourselves. Not better than anybody else, but a better version of ourselves for us and our children. It ain't about no outside forces. It's about us. And we can't make no man or no woman come and join us and be on our same vibration. We can't heal them, and we are not going to try. We're not going to pretend that we have all the answers, because we don't. We don't know exactly what their sole purpose had planned for them this lifetime. That's up for them to find out. Only people we're worried about is us and our children, our offspring. And if we are in, if we are in some type of union, which I really don't feel like a lot of us are. I feel like the collective that I'm speaking to, you're either single or about to meet somebody. The collective that I speak for, we all vibe on the same vibration. We're on the same wavelength. We really don't have a steady partner right now, because most of us are on a journey to find ourselves, right? And when you're finding yourself, it's hard to try to share energy with people when you go in so deep with yourself. So the collective I'm talking to, this is for my people who are single and who are about to meet somebody. Not for people, not knocking anybody who's in a relationship. This is just not a reading for y'all. I'm sorry. It is what it is. The energy speaks for what it is. It is what it is. But whoever this person coming back from the past, you could have met this person in April. This person could be a Aries. You could have just recently tried to start something with this person. You could be thinking about a new beginning with this person. But I do want to warn you. This is going to be and I just heard, a burden of a lifetime. This person trying to carry all that on their back. I don't see not a person in sight to help this person. Yet in this card, while she trying to convince him to come on up the steps, he just lollygagging and look like he smelling the flowers, and she trying to convince him to come on upstairs, and he won't. Baby, let that dead weight go. It's okay to love a person, but we got to learn how to love in a healthy way. Meaning, if they're not vibing on the same wavelength that we're vibing on, we got to let them go. Love from a detached place. And that's not easy to do. Trust me, I had to learn a very, 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 very hard way. It's not an easy thing to do, but it's doable. Love people exactly for who they are, not who you want them to be. People they show you every day. They will tell you every day who they are. You just pretend not to hear, because that's not what you want to hear. And that, my dear, is called living in an illusion and a delusional state. Okay? Listening, a person telling you one thing, but you, out the other ear, you hear together. This person screaming single, 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 not committable, non-commitment. They don't want a real relationship. They don't want to settle down. Yet out the other ear, you heard, one day we'll be together. Off balance. Not judging you, because I've done it many a times, I'm telling you. But it's off balance. So again, you cannot drag somebody along, and trying to as well. Trying to drag this person along with you is causing you to be in the Empress in reverse. And that energy can be very deceiving, can be very nasty. Just also, what I heard too is that person you try and drag along with you, that person has somebody that they haven't let go. This is an overbearing mother, an overbearing baby mother, an overbearing wife. They could have been married to a person and never told you. Could still be married to somebody. The Empress and the Emperor, both of them in reverse, was in reverse. Those two are a married pair, honey. They are a married pair. The Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. The Empress and the Emperor. And the King of Cups and the Queen of Cups. They are partners. The only divorced partner, who else? Who else I missed? Oh, the king, queen of wands. That's a couple as well. But the sword, the king of swords, the queen of swords, they are a divorced couple. A couple that's going through some type of separation. They not together. But this person, whoever this person from your past that's trying to come back around or about to come back around, because I heard a warning about to come back around, they are in a committed relationship with somebody and they bring it drama. And they just here for, it's going to be you carrying all of the work. Spiritual work, physical work. Oh, so this person don't want work. That's why the Eight of Pentacles is in reverse as well. This person don't want to work. Hi, Tinky Pie. Don't come on camera because you don't got no pants on, okay? No. Because you don't have pants on. What you eating? Cookie. Yeah, cookie. Okay, go ahead and eat your cookie. Y'all, Tinky Pie got so big. She 4 years old. She be 5'26". And she started school this year, y'all. But okay, this is the last one, y'all. The last one. Judgment in reverse. Leave that alone. Sorry. It's okay. Where's the Knight of Wands in reverse. Now, mind you, y'all seen I had some upright cards, so we know that all my cards ain't in reverse. Seven of Cups in reverse. Three of Pentacles in reverse. What in the world? And no, it's not all in reverse because it's a lot of cards that's under here that's upright. Yo, Five of Swords in reverse. I guess because the one of the last person of the last of that last spread, I feel like this is going along with that. First of all, this person mainly operates off of put it down, Tank. Sorry. It's okay. Thank you. Where's Hannah? It's over here on the table. Let's go to do this. Yeah. Go ahead. Go play in your room. Go ahead. Go eat your cookies. Go eat your cookies. But okay. So this person, they operate from their lower frequencies. If this is a man, thank you. No, they saw your little finger. Now go ahead. Yeah, I seen you put one up there. I saw you. They operate from their lower frequencies. They use their phallic. You know what a phallic is. And they use it frivolously. You're going to have to call judgment on this person. You're going to have to call judgment on this person. Like sin, like real sin. Like, this is not even an option for you. And this is what I'm hearing. This is what I got. Seven Cups in reverse. There is no options. None. No option for you and this person. This is not an option for you to call judgment on this person. You have to call it on this person. And all that's attached with this person. You cannot work with this person in any type of way. And no matter what it look like, because this person like to play on your emotions and your mental as well. This person will have you feeling like you did the wrong thing by not helping them out. You saving them. This person know that you're spiritually inclined. And this person has always known that you were spiritually inclined. They did. And they have always known it. And now they don't even want to acknowledge it in person. They want you to do prayer work for them, spell work for them, and I'm not telling you that you have to be cruel to this person. But what you have to do is let them battle for themselves. Let them fall on their knees to God and come to God the same way you had to. When they did whatever they did to you. When they put you under illusions and had you all up in your head. And this is not to be spiteful. We don't do anything out of spite, out of hate, or anything. We do what we're told to do. And this is the warning to whoever need this to. Whoever need this warning. Okay? You are not to help this person in any kind of way. You are to walk away. Give it to God. You don't have to be nasty to this person or their energy. This person is an energetic vampire. They are an energy vampire. They drain you of your energy and your finances and your resources and your spiritual strength. And the moment they got what they need from you, they are on their way out the door until they get depleted from the world, and then they come back to you again. Because truly, y'all would have been a good pair if this person, and notice I said if. I didn't say when. I said if this person would have done right by you. This person would have focused on their healing instead of the worldly possessions. Y'all would have been a good pair. Y'all would have been a good pair. But this person is only focused on what they can gain from people. They don't care about people's soul. They don't care about people's hearts. They don't care about people's feelings. They care about themselves and themselves only. And that's the lesson that person was meant to teach you and show you that it's people in this world who will pretend to be your friend, will pretend to be by your side, but they will show you who they are once they get what they want from you, and they will turn their back on you. And it's up to you now. It's up to you now to decide what you want. Okay, so let's go on. I was going to let that be the last one, but that can't be it. Father, y'all give us something. Because that was just so heavy. And I wasn't even trying to make it about this person. So let's clear that energy out. Hold on, y'all. Alright, let's clear this energy out. How did it? No, I need to give me some more sage. Clear it out. Something I want to share with y'all before I do this next spray. Let's clear this energy out. And I don't know if I said this a million times, but I say it to people in my real life, like in my everyday life. When I say my real life, I mean like the people I get to see, not my internet family, but the people who I get to actually see, like my family, my friends, right? I have a strong belief that anybody from my past is going to do nothing but reinvoke the past me. And I'm not interested in walking backwards. I'm not interested in being the way I was back then. Because that's the only time I feel like, and I have witnessed in my life and other people around me life, people come back. Every time somebody's invited somebody back from their past, all they did was finish out the mission of showing them why they should have left them where they was at. And I'm telling y'all, I don't go off of celebrities returning after this amount of years, because I've heard of certain celebrities getting back together after such X amount of time and it's better than ever. Yeah, it might seem like that because they're in a spotlight. But don't nobody know what them women go through behind closed doors, and when they really got to look at that man again and see that person never really emotionally matured, or emotionally grew up, or mentally anything grew up. We never know what they're really going through. So I never refer to nothing that's in the spotlight. I'm going off of what I see in my real life, and my friends' real life, and my family real life. I've never seen anybody come back from the past and be a better version of themselves. I do not allow exes to return. If I ever talked to a man back then, or if I ever dated a man back then, they cannot come back. That's just my rule. Because I feel like the past can't teach me nothing. I had one guy pop back up recently. Ain't talked to him in how long, don't even know. And talking to him for a brief minute, all I could hear was the same thing I heard a few years ago. And I was so happy. I was sitting on the other end of the phone thinking, he don't know. This probably be the last time I talk to him. But also, nothing has changed. Nothing at all. Did I have any hopes for it? No. Did I really care? No, not right, especially not the space that I'm in right now. Right now, I am not seeking love. I know it will find me when it's time, and when it do, it will. Right now, I'm really concerned, and my focus is falling deeper in love with myself. You know why? Because I've never had nobody to love me fully and deeply, and I deserve that. I deserve the kind of love that I give. And I want to experience the kind of love that I give to other people. I want to experience it for myself. And who better to give me that kind of love than me? So that's where I'm at right now. I am not against relationships. I do believe in love. And when God wants somebody to come in, trust me, they come in. They always come in when I least expect it. So I don't even go looking for nothing. A relationship does not complete me, does not define me. It is needed to help me grow, and when God bring it in, he will. But right now, I'm really into me. Like, the only thing I got for anybody is I tell them, I want for you what God want for you, and that's all I got right now. Right now is about me. My life has been about me. So, yo, okay, enough talking. All right, here we go. Death. I like that. Transformation. I love that for the ending card. I love that for the ending card. And this was an hour reading. I mean, it was rightfully deserved because Emperor in reverse. The Sun in reverse. Oh, whoa. The Queen of Wands in reverse. At the bottom of the deck. I got you. We want to end this reading on this spread because whatever the case may be, y'all, this energy just don't want. So whoever this person, I have to read with how I'm reading, and the card they just pluck out while I was just trying to straighten up the cards was the High Priestess. The High Priestess was right there when I was trying to straighten up the cards. So like I said, this collective is the ones who are like me. This energy don't seem to want to leave. And for the rest of their days, they're going to be trying to manipulate their way back into your life. And all they ever going to run into is a bunch of lusty women, just the same way they are a lusty person. Well, I'm going to say they're going to run into lust because they are a lusty person. Man or woman, could be a woman that's more her masculine. Who knows? Doesn't matter. Gender doesn't matter. We don't do gender here. But this person do not want to leave your energy at all. Like they don't. So but this is what I feel from this reading. Because they don't want to leave this energy, they have somebody that's attached to them that drains them of their happiness, right? And because they don't want to leave your energy, but you are moving on, you're making a conscious decision to move on without them, it's gonna cause them to have a heartbreak they never felt. But this heartbreak is going to transform them. It's going to transform them into a different being. It's going to transform them into the Emperor. Now, who they end up with, don't know. That's not our concern. Not your concern.